Okay. All right. There it is. I don't know where to put you. This is not my normal setup. I'm afraid to put you there. But I can put you there. You don't like it. All right. How about welcome? Let's see about a music stand. Okay. All right. How about this? Maybe this, like that. Maybe like that. No. I need to figure something out. Okay. How about like. Sorry, I should have done this before, guys. Okay. Like that, maybe. Oops. There's my water. I don't really have good stands here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. Well.
What do you do with it at your grandma's house?
She has enough. She has that baby grand. I just prop it up on some stuff. But
I've got a music stand downstairs. Want to bring that up?
yeah, maybe that'll work. Okay. All right. Sorry, this part is not interesting. Or as much as I try to be interesting. Okay, so I have, while we're waiting for this music stand, I have a story to tell you guys. So last week, I flew to Nashville because this is where my family is. So I flew in on Tuesday and got into the Nashville airport sometime in the evening, and then my brothers were playing a gig somewhere, and so I just Ubered to that place. And then there was this couple that, because I got up and sang because my brothers were nice, and they're like, "Oh, thanks, Dad. Maybe we can lay it flat, replace it with this guy, or replace this guy with that."
Is that about how high you want it?
I think I think so. And then if not, I can flatten it.
Who are you talking to?
The people.
Oh, you're live
The
now?
masses. I am live now.
Okay.
I thought in my head it was going to work better than it. That should be good. Yeah, something like that. Thanks, that's better.
Are you going to be sitting at the piano?
Yeah, yeah, that's probably good there.
Okay.
Thanks, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
He'll make an appearance later. So anyway, I was at this place in Nashville, and they were playing. They're like, "Hey, we feel sorry for you. How about you come up and sing?" They didn't really feel sorry for me, but they're like, "Can you come up and sing something?" So I got up and sang something, and then this guy comes up to me with money, and he's like, "Here's money. Sing this song." And I was like, "Ugh, I don't know that song. But I've heard of the artist. It's this guy named Leon Bridges. People have been talking to me about this guy, saying, hey, you should learn this guy's stuff." And so this was a song of his called Coming Home that this couple, Josh and Valerie, had at their wedding, which I think they just got married like 2 weeks ago or something. So congratulations to them. So I was going to do this kind of medley. I sang at a few weddings this summer. And so this is Coming Home by Leon Bridges. And then we'll go into Alan Stone's rendition of Is This Love, which is a Bob Marley song, and I sang that at Kyle and Kim's wedding. And then I'm going to do just a little bit of my folky rendition of, what's that song? Queen?
Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, I didn't sing that at their wedding. It's the Friend one.
Oh, You Make Me Live.
Is that what it's called?
You're my best friend.
You're You're my best friend. You okay, Mom? Oh, Gabe. Gabe, are you okay out there?
Fine.
Okay, great. So.
That's called my best friend.
Oh, my best friend. Okay. So then I did that for Richard and Mary's wedding. So I'm just gonna do kind of like this conglomeration of all three. All right. Baby, 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 I'm coming home to your tender, sweet loving. I'm your one and only woman. What leaves a bitter taste in my mouth? You're the only one that I wanna be around. Wanna be around. Wanna be around. Wanna be around. I wanna love you, love and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof over our heads. We'll share the shelter of a single bed. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? I am willing and able. So I lay my cards on your table. I wanna love you, love and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof over our heads. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. You make me live whatever this world can give to me. You're all I see. Ooh, you make me live now, honey. Ooh, you make me live. You're the best friend that I've ever had, and I've been with you such a long time. You're my sunshine, and I want you to know that my feelings are true. I really love you. You're my best friend. Ooh, you make me live. Ooh, you make me live now, honey. Ooh, you make me live. So that's that. Hope you guys like that. And I was gonna, I don't really know what to, I should probably silence my notifications. I hope my phone doesn't ring during this. Grandma's phone always rings during any video that I ever make. No, maybe I know how to do this. Do I know how to do this? Yes, I know how to do this. Notification set, because
You think they'll like that?
oh yeah.
There's Alyssa.
It's me, a much blonder, banged child. That's me. That's me. I left bangs behind when I turned 20. Okay, so I had a couple requests, although I doubt that my requesters were, that they're still awake because they were made in Northern Ireland. So this first song is called Postscript, and it's on my album. I don't have a copy of it right now in front of me. I don't think I have a copy of it. No, sometimes I keep one in my case, and I think I took it out. And Dad's looking for a copy of it. But it's called Cardiology. As most of you guys know, you probably know that it's anywhere you like to find music, like Spotify and iTunes, and it's on YouTube and all kinds of places. So it's probably still on like Last FM and Napster if those things are still around. So this song's called Postscript, and the story behind it is that I went to Northern Ireland for the first time. I kind of go every summer thanks to this group called Uplift, which is awesome. And have a band there, and they're great, and I really love it there. And so I just figured that the best way to stay is to green card it. And so I've kind of just like gone like, oh, maybe this band member would take me, or maybe this band member would take me. And so this one's about the bass player. This is my confession. I am a lady through and through. With this one exception, that's what I wanted till I met you. I wouldn't normally do this, only special works for you. If it wouldn't count against me, here's what I would do. Give me one day where I could go back, where I could say the way I feel. I would go back to any day I had with you. It was the way the music moves you, and the sincereness in your eyes, and that you terribly good looking want me to. Any other day I wouldn't dare, but give me one day and I would have kissed you right then and there. So take it as a compliment if you can. That some American girl wanted you bad. It doesn't matter now, 'cause you'll probably have a girlfriend and I'll still be single anyhow. I wouldn't normally do this, only special works for you. If it wouldn't count against me, here's what I would do. Give me one day where I could go back, where I could say the way I feel. I would go back to any day I had with you. It was the way the music moved you, and the sincereness in your eyes, and that you're terribly good looking want me to. Any other day I wouldn't dare, but give me one day and I would have kissed you right then and there. You didn't have to try, you just walked right through the door. You looked me in the eye like no one I've ever had before. And when I traveled home, I hated that I was the one who was looking back on what she should have done. I should have told you, I should have told you. Give me one day where I could go back, where I could say the way I feel. I would go back to every day I had with you. It was the way the music moved you and the sincereness in your eyes, and that you terribly good looking want me to. I should have told you, I should have told you, I should have told you, and I should have kissed you right then and there. It's my #1 hit, everybody. Oh, thanks. This is the album. It's called Cardiology, and if you can find it anywhere, it's 15 tracks that I wrote myself, and I have like
14. I wrote the 13.
Actually, you did, just uncredited. Yeah, you can get that's me, it's curly hair. Pull my hair back a little bit, and yeah. So anyway, that's Cardiology. That song is on there if you like it. So then someone else had asked for Redeeming Eve, and so I'm gonna do 2 versions, because I was at a poetry night one night. I go to poetry nights, and not often, but occasionally I find myself at these poetry nights, and so I was at what? Oh yeah, you can come. I have family members that are in the room listening and getting ready to come on stage.
We have voting cards from 1 to 10, like the Olympics. Tell you what we think about it.
Mom's never gone past the 7.5.
She's like Germany.
Okay, so this song is called Redeeming Eve. It's also on the album, and I was at this poetry night, and someone asked if I had any poetry to share. And I said, well, I don't really write poetry that much, but I have this song that I can probably read. And oh, thanks, Josh. Oh, good. Oh, yay! I'm so happy. I'm so glad that you liked it. I did just a little snippet for you guys. I'm glad you guys found this live stream of that. Awesome. So, okay, so this song, I read it as a poem and it seemed to work, and then I did all these house concerts across the country, and when I did the house concerts, I found that if I spoke this first and then sang it, it did pretty well. It kind of gave people a different perspective of the song. So this song is about Eve, as in Garden of Eden Eve, and I think everyone's pretty familiar with the story. Adam, Eve in the garden, the snake comes along and they eat the fruit, and like it's kind of like the Pandora's box thing. So I'd always heard the story from Adam's perspective, and I'd never heard it from Eve's perspective. And then I read this book called Captivating, and I can't remember who it's by. And there was this. Who?
John Eldridge.
Yeah, it's his wife, right? John and something. The Eldridges. We'll say the Eldridges because I think
Mrs. Eldridge.
Mrs. Eldridge wrote this book, and it's a really great book. I recommend it. That they have this section that kind of takes things back to Eve and what she, how she might have felt during the whole experience. And so the thing is, there's some kind of details that people don't always pay attention to in the story. So, for example, Eve, takes the fruit and she eats it, and then she gives it to Adam, who was with her. And he could have stepped in and said, honey, we don't talk to snakes. This is not what we do. But he didn't. So why didn't he say anything? We're not sure. But he could have intervened, and he didn't. And then, anyway,
Sure, blame it on that.
so, okay,
That's
it's not blaming. It's not blaming. It's just a different perspective. So,
Mhm.
so My brother is heckling me over here. I see something witty forming on your lips right now. I just would say it. Just say it.
Well,
Okay, pass.
yeah, out of fear for my safety,
Okay.
I better not say
Okay.
anything.
Okay. So, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read this. The thing to know about this is that there's Adam, who's he in the story, and then I am being Eve, and then it is talking about the snake. So, this is redeeming Eve. He watched and didn't say a word when from a branch the piece of fruit I broke. I didn't know that hell would look so sweet when it wrapped its hands around my throat. It went after me because I was beautiful, and it went after me because of my name. And it took the life that I was meant to give freely, and in its place it left this thing called shame. I hold the life that could sustain him, but it's something he can hardly believe. I'll have to pay to wait 1,000 years for one man who's in the business of redeeming Eve. He stays away because he misunderstands, and all I feel is his rib in my side. He was supposed to love my heart unveiled, but he can't handle it, and that's why I hide. It went after me because I was beautiful, and it went after me because of my name, and it took the life that I was meant to give freely, and in its place it left this thing called shame. I hold the life that could sustain him, but it's something he can hardly believe. I'll have to pay to wait 1,000 years for one man who's in the business of redeeming Eve. See, I should stand beside him as he romances me and all that he made, but now I stand behind him as we do this awful dance called blame. I was supposed to captivate him, but now I'm captive and he holds the key. And when I asked him why he was silent, he said, "Why did you go near that tree?" No, it went after me because I was beautiful, and it went after me because of my name, and it took the life that I was meant to give freely, and in its place it left this thing called shame. I hold a life that could sustain him, but it's something I can hardly believe. I'll have to pay to wait 1,000 years for one man who's in the business of redeeming Eve. I'll say it again, I'll have to pay to wait 1,000 years for one man who's in the business of redeeming me. And now I will play it for you. He watched and didn't say a word when from a branch the piece of fruit I broke. I didn't know that hell would look so sweet when it wrapped its hands around my throat. It went after me because I was beautiful. It went after me because of my name. Took the life that I was meant to give freely, and in its place it left this thing called shame. I hold the life that could sustain him, but it's something he can hardly believe. I'll have to pay to wait 1,000 years for one man who's in the business of redeeming me. He stays away because he misunderstands, and all I feel the life that I was meant to give freely, and in its place it left this thing called shame. I hold the life that could sustain him, but it's something he can hardly believe. I'll have to pay to wait 1,000 years for one man who's in the business of redeeming me. I hold the life that could sustain him, but it's something he can hardly believe. I'll have to pay to wait 1,000 years for one man who's in the business of redeeming Eve. I'll have to pay to wait 1,000 years for one man who's in the business of redeeming Eve. Who's in the business of redeeming me. And that's that. So I hope for everyone that requests their song, they're satisfied with their requests. And
I give that a 7.2.
thank you, Germany. So I'm so happy to bring up some people. Who wants to come and do something? Oh, how about Gabe? Can you come too? And do? Can we do? Okay. So, So my one brother here is being a really good sport. I don't know where the other brother is. Where is the other brother?
I think he's got a gig.
Yeah, he's coming home eventually, though, tonight, actually.
Yeah.
He's playing with beautiful Buda.
Nick Buda, that's right. So I didn't. We don't know where he is a lot of the time, but this other brother.
He doesn't know where he is.
He doesn't know where he is a lot of the time. But then Gabriel was really kind because this whole thing was kind of impromptu. I thought the rehearsal was going later than it really was going, and so. Anyway, Gabe was super kind, and then he just, I kind of want to lower this for this part. And then my mom and I talked about this, and we were like, oh, I think Gabe could do this. And we didn't really ask Gabe if he could do it. We just kind of thought, I'm trying to follow you. We just kind of hoped that he would do it. And so he's being a really good sport because he found out, I think, via someone who saw on Facebook. But I didn't name him, so he didn't really have to do it. But he's being kind, and he's doing it anyway. So thank you, Gabriel. And then I have this mustachio gentleman here.
You did detune my E stream.
I was wondering if you were going to notice.
That would have been horrible.
I don't really know who he is. Just kidding. He's my dad. My dad, David. All right. So this is a song that we have done a bunch. It's a
And yet I never know which harmony you're going to take.
Oh, I was going to take the top one. I was going to take the Graham Nash one. Yeah, can you take Gideon's harmony?
Sure.
Okay, so this is a Crosby, Stills and Nash song. Their best album, their first album.
Remember which one is this?
I think we could probably speed it up.
Helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers nearby, awaiting their word, gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit. He runs, wishing he could fly, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside. Heartlessly helping himself to her bad dreams, he worries, will he hear a goodbye, or even a hello? They are one person, two alone. They are three together. They are for each other. Stand by the stairway, you'll see something certain to tell you. Confusion has its cost. Love isn't lying, it's loose in a lady who lingers saying she is lost and choking on her love. They are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other.
Yay! That's pretty good. We haven't. I don't know that the three of us have ever sung that.
I don't think we
before,
have,
have
because I jumped to your part at one point. Oh no! I'm not supposed to be up here.
Dad, do you have another song that you want to sing that we can jump in on harmonies or something?
Well, you guys would know that better than me, I think.
I mean, we probably know Brandy.
Reggie.
Or
Just do that tonight. That's kind of weird to do two part.
Yeah,
That needs.
that needs sketch. We probably could do Sweet Baby James.
Yeah.
Lyrics I'm fuzzy on, but you know, watermelon, watermelon.
There's a young cowboy who lives on the range. His horse and his cattle are his only companion. He works in the saddle and he sleeps in the canyon, waiting for summer, his pastures to change. As the moon rises, he sits by his fire, thinking about women and glasses of beer. Closes his eyes as the doggies retire, sings out a song which is soft but is clear, as if maybe someone could hear. So good night, you moonlight ladies, rock-a-bye, sweet baby James. Green, greens, and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down my dream? Rock-a-bye, sweet baby James. Now the 1st of December is covered with snow. So was the turnpike from Stockbridge to Boston. Though the Berkshires seem dreamlike on account of that frosting. 10 miles behind me, 10,000 more to go. There's a song that they sing when they take to the highway, a song that they sing when they take to the sea, a song that they sing of their home in the sky. Maybe you can't believe it if it helps you to sleep. Singing words just not for me. So good night, you moonlight ladies, rock-a-bye, sweet baby James. Green, greens, and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down my dream? And rock-a-bye, sweet baby James.
Rock-a-bye.
I hate when it does that. Do we want to do would you like to come and sing You Got a Friend?
Sure.
Okay.
You got friend.
Gabe,
Am I being booted?
well, do you want to sing You Got a Friend? Do you...
I'll be Germany.
So I'm thinking, I'll sing the first verse, you sing the second verse, you sing the bridge, like we did that one time in the kitchen. Now we the kids know that you've got a friend.
Oh, okay.
You've got a friend.
Oh, okay.
And then But when I sing the chorus, you guys will harmonize. Or when I sing the first verse, I'll sing the chorus. When you sing the second verse, you'll sing the chorus. So whoever sings previously gets to sing that chorus. Is what I'm saying. Takes the melody. It'll be fine.
You know how your mother loves to wing it?
Yes. She's the queen of spontaneity.
The queen of wings.
Not.
Never rehearses a single thing. That's me, actually. When you're down in trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Just close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even the darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I will be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend.
The sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old dark wind will begin to blow. Keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon be knocking upon your door. Just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will.
Take your soul if you let them. Oh yeah, but don't you I like rehearsals better.
What did I put on the list? Okay. We've done that, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. All right, and we've done that. Okay. Now it's time for jazz. Woo-hoo! Okay, so Dave, would you like to do something? Mom and I each have things we'd like to do with you, but would you like to sing something awesome to begin
Well, I don't know about that.
Like, you know, your jazz version of Benny and the Jets, or
with? I was thinking maybe not that.
It's whatever you want, dude. You pick one.
I love your either If I Only Had a Brain, or if I also like your Chim Chimney Chim, but you don't sing that, do you? Just play
I
that.
do, but it's literally a chorus.
Oh, okay. Well, okay then.
It's not a whole lot to that tune.
Then I like If I Only Had a Brain. If you want to do that.
Yeah, you've already got me doing that on a live stream, though.
Do I?
Yeah, when I was at Grandma's house.
you choose.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Um,
But that was before I was famous. now I have two people watching. Just kidding. You were probably more famous for that take. Okay.
I did get compliments after the fact of
Oh,
that, though.
okay. Okay,
So-
good. Well, you know what? You choose then.
Oh man. It's gonna be more on the bluesy side of things, but
It's okay.
these are the days that I've been missing. Give me the taste, give me the joy of summer wine. These are the days that bring me meaning. I feel the stillness of the sun, and I feel fine. Sometimes when the nights are closing early, I remember you and I start to smile. Even though now you don't wanna know me, I get on by, and I go the extra mile. These are the times I love you needed. I see the heart is moving away and found the light. These are the days of brand dreaming. Troubles of life floating away like a bird in flight. These are the days, these are the days, the days are the days. Thought you said our love would last forever. Even the tears went in for good. I told you we could get through any weather, and maybe that didn't work out, but we did the best we could. These bring me meaning. I feel this all the sun, and I feel fine. Feel fine.
Yay! That's great.
It's oh my gosh, Jamie Cole.
Oh, Jamie
So-
Cole. That's good. That was good. How about you sing one with Mom?
Would you like to do Atchison and Topeka, or would what would you like to do?
Always split smile.
Did we split, or do you just want to take it yourself?
No, I don't know.
I don't even remember what key we do it in.
What was the A minor one?
Well, no, I was thinking of
My Funny Valentine.
yeah, My
but
Funny Valentine.
What was Smile? Was Love?
Is it F?
No, so it's not.
Pardon me.
Just stop there. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Just light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile. What's the use of crying? You'll see that life is still worth a while if you just That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll see that life is still worth a while if you just smile.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Klein rate is $300 an hour per Klein. So if you're interested, you have to pay up. That's what we're
I
saying.
like the way we did that. We haven't done it with them.
You know,
like
we've
that.
never done that
That's good.
before.
Well,
I never know what you're gonna play.
We've done it once,
Yeah.
but I kind of left the roadmap. Sorry.
That's okay. I liked it.
Well, I'm thinking maybe 2 more.
Okay.
So,
You
I
want
was
me to
gonna.
hold it and you play?
Yeah, that'd be good. Do we have a?
Did you want to sing Moonlight in Vermont?
I was going to, but I don't know if I remember all the lyrics. All right,
I'll
I
just
got
jump
it.
in and save you if I need to.
Great, thanks. Maybe I.
Do you do it in the same key I do it?
Probably.
Well, we thought about that last time with.
Or Dad, do you have your phone?
I do.
Just cheat real quick.
Is that good?
Yeah. Easy finger waves. You're gonna have to sing that last little run. But I never get it.
You've made it very bluesy.
I think I just sang it. I think I just sang. I mean, you know what run I'm talking about? That last one.
You and the moonlight.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to sound. And
Well, if James Story is watching, when I learned this when I was under his tutelage, he's like, "Now you better learn that, because if you don't, I'm gonna know."
So you named it. Okay.
I did.
All right.
I didn't want to be a heathen or a hoodlum. Anybody who knows story will know that.
Or crack baby.
Or crack
Crack
baby.
baby. That's true.
Well, I was always a crack baby. But... All right. Well, if it's snowing in Vermont in the moonlight, it would probably sound something along the lines of. You know, the intro to Find the Lyrics.
That's exactly what snowfall sounds like.
What if it's a blizzard?
It is a blizzard.
I know Germany gave me 7.5 for the intro. Yeah,
Looking at us. Okay, there we go. Okay, all right. Ready? Bodies in the street, falling leaves of sycamore, moonlight in Vermont. Eyes of finger waves, trees along the mountainside, snow lighting on telegraph cables appear on the highway. And travel each man and people who meet in this romantic city are so hypnotized by the light. Evening summer breeze, the warbling of meadowlark, moonlight
That's what
in
the dialogue sounds like.
Vermont.
Telegraph cables, they swing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely summer breeze, warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in Vermont. You and I are moonlight in
Yay!
Yay.
Woo!
Teamwork.
I can
Teamwork.
hear the claps all the way through YouTube. Thank you. I'll stop.
So we've got one more. We're gonna do Safe in the Arms. Do you wanna do anything on it?
Probably just listen or sing or something.
Okay. Do you wanna add piano to it?
If I add piano, you won't hear that.
Okay.
Because this is so much louder
That's
than
true.
this. And if it's like, if I have to soft pedal on, it's on like a really somber and sad version of it.
Oh, that's true.
So we don't want that.
Okay. Well then, how about we? I'm gonna flip this back. Yes. And
If there's a fourth part, I'll just like morph it and sing it.
okay. Well, Can you be?
The mom's out of it.
No, I can scoot in.
See, I'm just like when I sing, I feel like.
So before we start this, before we,
Oh yeah. Come on, baby. To come from somewhere burger. Son of a
okay, I have an announcement to make. Can I make it?
Oh, darling.
Okay, I'm so ready to make this announcement. So the announcement is I just want to say thank you to the 2 people that watched. 3 at the most. Thank you for watching and enjoying, hopefully enjoying this. I really enjoyed
You
it.
have undying gratitude.
Gabe, thank you for jumping in and doing it. I called him 10 minutes before I started. I was like, so hey. He was like, yeah, Mom talked to me. So anyway, thanks for doing this, Gabe. I appreciate it.
The thing about 300 an hour.
Okay, moving on. Thank you guys for doing this too. So we'll be here next Monday. Some of us, maybe more of us. And if you guys have a song you want to hear, please let me know. And we'll see you next week. Get a little faster.
My heart's not ready for the rocking chair. I need somebody who really cares. So tired of living solitaire. Someday I'm gonna be safe in the arms of love. Strip your heart and it starts to snow. Love is a high wire act, I know. Someday I'll find a that beat low. Someday I'm gonna be safe in the arms of love. Safe in the arms of love. I want arms that know how to rock me. Safe in the arms of love. I wanna fall and know that love has caught me. Safe in the arms of love. Safe in the arms of love.
I want a heart to beat forever. I want eyes to see me satisfied. I'm gonna hang my heartache out to dry. Oh, someday I'm gonna be safe in the arms of love. Safe in the arms of love. Want arms to know how to rock me. Safe in the arms of love. I want them all and know that love has caught me. Safe in the arms of love. Safe in the arms of love. Safe in the arms of love.
Thank you, Internet.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.